Okay, I started the powering everything on. So first I have initially powered just the first specific parts of this power plant. As you can see, I have removed the connection for the rest of the system, right? I have only powered this one over here, and also I have turned this one on, fuel power plant. Um, I have not powered this. I'm using my actual power system to power this. Let's see how it goes because I want to see how well this thing also works. So let's see. Anyway, so I have powered this one and also I have powered all the miners which are bringing in these resources. I want all of these resources to build up, like back up like this, like these two which have backed up. I want everything to back up. Also, I was hoping for this oil to back up, which it has. Perfect. Okay, so now the next thing is when I like power these two, right? Immediately stuff like this will start working and heavy oil residue will start backing up. So I will let all of that back before I turn this on. So similarly, I'll start switching every single one of these modular things one after the other so that I want everything to be fully backed up and fully working, fully operational at 100% capacity all the time. So yeah, so these are the first trickle of resources. I'll wait for a couple more minutes and then I'll start the next. Okay, all the resources have backed up. Now I have removed the connection over here for the next setup. So let me just take this. Wait a second. No, let me just connect this first. So this is the water. The entire water setup is over here. So this water will come here and go into these packaged waters and will become packaged water. So let me just connect that first to that. Let's see. Okay. Everything is running. Okay, it takes a bit of time to start. Okay, I have pumps everywhere, so which is perfect. I have already double checked all of that. Anyway, so water is coming here and it's going in. Okay, perfect. Yeah, by the way, these are not powered right now. Packaged water is not powered. It's over here. It's this part. I'm just powering on all of these water extractors. So all the water extractors are powered on. Yeah, I can see everything running. Nice. Everything is running and perfect. So this is the second part. Second check is done. Perfect. The next part will be me switching on the heavy oil residue. So let me go here and turn this on. Okay. So all the heavy oil residues setups will start. Yes, I see green everywhere. Like I'm looking at this part, like on off the machine. If the light turns green, I'm good. Yes. These should not turn green because it needs polymer resin, right? So it's the byproducts which are running over there, and then it will turn green. Perfect. This is consuming lots of power, by the way. I'm pretty sure it will shut down at some point, which will give me a chance to start using the auxiliary power that I have set up. As you can see, yeah, it will shut down at some point very soon. Yeah, so nice. Okay, yeah, the fuse got blown. Okay, this is exactly what I was expecting. Yeah, it will slowly reach consumption up till there to maximum production and capacity, and yeah, it'll break off. Boom. That's it. Perfect. Okay, so as we can see, all I can power is like water extractor. I have not even powered these, by the way, packages. All I powered was water extractors. I powered these refineries for heavy oil residue. I powered the oil extractor and some miners over there, and that's it. The fuse broke. So need an extensive setup, auxiliary power setup before I'm able to turn this entire thing on. But that is exactly the test that I was trying to make. And also the point that I was trying to convey. Like this initial start itself will take in huge amount of power. But I can start just part of it and that will power up huge power generators, which is more than sufficient to power this entire thing. Just one row of power generators, like 8 of these can power this entire thing. So That's an intelligent way of doing it, but I'm stubborn. I want to power this entire thing at once, so I will go with this route using the auxiliary power. So yeah, let's start getting this set up then. Okay, so finally, so this is complete. So I set up a bridge which is going all the way from my base, which has the automated solid biomass. This is, yeah, solid biofuel, which is being manufactured over there. So I set up a bridge which is bringing it all the way over here, right? So I set up a lot of like raw resources as storage, and I set that factory running to produce as much solid biofuel as possible. But man, oh my god, this took a very long time for this everything to back up. I wanted resources in every single one of these, so every single one of these is completely filled and is ready to go. Right now, none of this is being used for anything because I have switched it off. Nothing is consuming power, so it's all like stagnant, which is perfect. I also have turned this off, shut this off, which is perfect, and also have completely cut off the power supply for this and the rest of the world. Right, so that, let's just go take a look at that first, make sure everything is perfect before proceeding further. So I'll be jump starting my network using the auxiliary power. It should have more than enough sufficient solid biofuel over there to get it running. So let's see. So I need to change the location of these. Sometimes when I go to get activate that, I get sucked into it and I go to the top. So let's see. So this is world power. So this is the power connected to the rest of the world, which can also power our stuff, right? So if I can turn this off and just let the auxiliary power run this, I won't do that right now. Bio plant and fuel plant. Okay, both of these are off right now, which I don't want. Yeah, I can't. So that is on. So there power is connected to the rest of the world. So the rest of the world can power the setup, which I need. There's a little bit of coal power, right, which is running. So that's helpful that it can power this. That will reduce the amount of solid biofuel getting burnt. So that is nice. Along with that, let's see. How do I want this to go? I want this to run, and I also want this to run. So maybe I'll just turn this on. I can turn this off later, and I will turn this on. Okay, nice. This is just the rest of the power. Right now, fuel power plant is still not running because the master switch is off. There is so many redundancies that I have put into place to sort of mimic the real world, right? Because in real world there are so many redundancies and fail safes, everything. But in game, maybe it won't make too much sense. But anyway, and this is this power switch. I will turn this on. So let's see, what's the total power that it has? So that is like over here. Let me see. Turn on. Yeah, there is this B and A. So A is the A power grid, B is the B power grid. So B, if we see, so this is the B power grid. So that has 2004 capacity 7260 megawatts. So that's the total capacity. Okay. Okay. Sure. Each of these will produce 30 megawatts. Okay. So now let's come here and turn this on. Okay. So now immediately these should all power up. Yes, it has. None of those are powered. Perfect. These should all be running. Yes. Let's see. So that is connected. Okay, so that is also connected. Okay, perfect. So now the next part is this one, which is the packaged water. But everything is running. I think everything will be fine. That's the check that I was about to do. So capacity, oh my god, look at that capacity. And max consumption is over here. Okay, so we have lots of leeway for us to work with. Okay, this should work. Anyway, so these are some of the troubleshooting things which I mentioned before, which we need to do when we encounter this. Okay, this stopped working because it has completely filled up. Yes, I wanted this to back up. Okay, perfect. So now slowly I'll start switching each of these on, like each one of these networks on. And once everything is running and working, I will show you guys that instead of going through every single one of these processes individually. So yeah, let's see when everything is running. Okay, so I have been letting this run for quite a while. As we can see, all the fuel, package fuel is backed up, all the fuel is backed up, all the turbo fuel is backed up, everything is full, right? And all the power generators have full. Basically, they have the entire turbo fuel setup. So just one tip over here, I wanted to run this entire thing at once. So for that reason, I wanted this turbo fuel to back up. But you cannot back it up if your fuel generator is running. So in order to stop that, I made sure I don't connect these. Turbo fuel only powers on when it is connected to a power supply. If not, it will never turn on. So I had to make sure I don't connect this. So as we can see, like all of these are not connected. And also, I wanted this turbo fuel to build up. That was the reason I did that. Because if I connect all of these and if I start letting turbo fuel come in, occasionally one will turn on, then the other will turn on, and it will take a very, very long time for it to reach equilibrium where everything is turning on. I didn't want that to happen, so I wanted everything to accumulate. So now everything has. Now I will start turning each one of these on by connecting everything, and then finally let's see what the final power is. And everything has reached sort of like a steady state, so which is perfect. And yeah, I'll start turning these on now. Okay, so everything is started. Everything is perfectly running. This is awesome. Everything is running as I expected. So let's see. Look at that. 42,400 is the production. Max capacity is 47,000. Of course, that will reduce when I switch off the auxiliary power that I have turned on. So I will switch that off and then that will reduce. But look at that, 42,400. Out of that, 2,400 is a coal power plant, 40,000 is this. So this single setup is generating 40,000 megawatts of power with just 600 oil over there with turbo fuel. And just as a side note, there is a much better fuel source, like liquid fuel source, than turbo fuel. The game has like 2 new sources of power that you can get, like with 2 new liquids, which is very late game, I think. So, which we just checked in the MAM, right? Like when I was unlocking turbo fuel. So, you can basically get much more power out of this, but at this point in the game right now, for me, 40,000 megawatts is a lot. I'm very happy with this. I can even expand this like 3 times right over here, like 1, 2, 3, with what I currently have, the amount of oil over here, but I don't need it right now. I'm probably thinking of using the leftover oil for like rubber and plastic setups, but let's see. Unless I really need it, I won't be using them for anything. Like I won't even make a separate plastic and rubber plant unless I need to, right? Because it will just be a waste of time. So yeah, this is perfect. So let's take a look at it again. Okay, it's very steady, which is perfect. And this should be turned on, whereas this auxiliary power. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. Okay, some of these were being used, but not everything. Okay. Now this auxiliary power, I will turn it off. So grid B will be 0, and now in grid A, production is equal to capacity. Because, wait, what is that 460? There might be 2... yeah, there might be 2 biomass generators out there, which I need to turn off, maybe. Have I connected my hub? Maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, but production should be equal to capacity because the only thing that I have running is coal power plant and fuel generators, right? Fuel power plant. So power grid A is perfect. Power grid B is 0 megawatts, which is perfect. Now I can go all the way to the top and I can disconnect the auxiliary power. You know, I have made that, but anyway, since I'm using flying mode for recording, it's fine. I'll just fly up here. Okay, so that's the fuel power plant that needs to be turned on. This one will be turned off. Okay, grid A becomes 0. Grid B will have the same thing, which is perfect. Now let's come here and see. So grid A is that one, grid B is that one. This is the world power. So perfect. Okay, so auxiliary power, it will get stored. Um, all the solid biofuel that I will be constantly manufacturing, it will store over here, and it will just, this will always be full, right? Like I will have this always ready at any point in time to jumpstart this actual power plant. So that is perfect. I'm really happy about doing this because this actually helped me quite a bit right now. If not, I would have to make some temporary setup somewhere manually and do it. But now I have a permanent solution for this to jumpstart my actual power plant, which is a nice idea. Now let's take a final look at the various resources that we are making. So this is sort of a factory even. This is a power plant, and then to the right side, this is a factory which is making lots of fuel, packaged fuel. Look at that. So much packaged fuel, so much of packaged turbo fuel, and then empty canisters. What are you? Oh, fabric. Lots of fabric over there. Okay. And what are you? Look at that. Gas filters. Nice. What? It's so small. Okay. These things are so small to look at. Anyway. So now, and there is plastic and there is rubber. So, perfect. Even the factory is running pretty good. The extra resources will move to resourcing, which is perfect. So it will all. So this power plant will constantly run, no matter what. No matter what, it will run. So awesome. So yeah. So my final walkthrough of the fuel power plant is complete. So with next, I will be starting a new factory setup, probably like circuit boards, high-speed connectors, computers. Like I need to set up those factories and blueprints, so I'll start working on that. But now power solution is fixed, and I'm really happy. This turned out pretty good. I need to do a lot more decorative stuff all around here, but this is functional and I'm happy.